The top story this half hour, the DRC Presidency Office says that preparations for the vote will still go ahead as planned on the 23rd of December, despite a major fire that destroyed an election warehouse.
A fire overnight at a warehouse in the DRC's capital, Kinshasa, destroyed thousands of voting machines and ballot boxes. The fire destroyed 70% of the equipment due to be used for voting in Kinshasa. The presidency says voting machines from elsewhere in the country will be recalled to use in Kinshasa. Firefighters are still busy putting out the remnants of the fire as thick smoke continued to rise from the warehouse and nearby burned out vehicles. The Kinshasa police chief says forensic police are on site to investigate. The upcoming elections have been described as a possible turning point for the country, dogged by political instability for decades. It could see the first peaceful transfer of power. The vote to replace President Joseph Kabila in power since 2001 was initially due to take place in 2016, but has been repeatedly delayed due to logistical and security problems. All right, so we're joined by the DRC ambassador to South Africa, Bene. He is with us on the line. Ambassador, thank you. Firstly, this fire, is it out? What is the situation as far as you know?
Yes, the fire took place early this morning at 2 o'clock a.m. It's very unfortunate, but it looks like people will not like the elections to take place. But fortunately, the materials that burned, as you just rightly reported.
Carry on, Ambassador.
Hello?
Ambassador, I think there's some interference. Please carry on. Just carry on speaking. You were saying that some people do not want this election to go ahead.
Yes. So the warehouse was burned. Basically, inside the warehouse, they had the materials for Kinshasa, but there have been contingency plans because not all the materials were kept in the same warehouse. So there's a contingency plan. So the Electoral Commission had a replacement materials to replace those that have burned. So the elections will take place as planned on the 23rd of December in spite of this fire.
Can these materials be replaced? If you bring them in from other parts of the country, don't other parts of the country suffer? Is it possible to rectify this?
Where there are 26 provinces in the DRC, Kinshasa is considered one of the provinces. So the electoral materials have been deployed into all the 25 provinces. So in Kinshasa, as I said, that there are contingency plans so that the elections in Kinshasa will take place as a plan. But the rest of the country is not affected by this fire.
Ambassador, is your country on a knife's edge at the moment? There was fears of electoral violence breaking out. Now we see this arson, a very big attack just days away from the polling.
Yeah, the violence is taking place as we speak. As we speak, things are under control. Most of the country is peaceful. But we are aware there are some elements that would not like to see these elections to take place, mainly because they are not prepared to go to elections. So the best thing for them is to make sure these elections don't take place. But the government is committed to have elections because we have no choice. We have to have those elections, as you rightly reported, so we can have a peaceful transfer of power. So everything is in place to reach that objective.
The question is, will it be peaceful? It doesn't look like it, Ambassador.
No, it will be peaceful. As we speak, there are no real signs of violence throughout the country. The country is peaceful as we speak. So the elections will take place.
For people who don't...
Some people are attempting to destabilize the process.
For people who don't understand the political situation in the DRC, who are these people who don't want the elections to go ahead? What is motivating them?
Well, some of them are members of some opposition parties, because they are really not ready to go to elections. We have almost 700 political parties, and not all of them are ready to go to elections. Some of them have not held their electoral congress to designate their candidates. So, because of their frustrations, they're trying to make sure to sabotage these elections. But the majority of the Congolese people, they would like to see these elections to take place, and the government is committed to make sure that we proceed with the elections as planned.
And can you explain why elections have been delayed for so long, since 2016? Some would say Joseph Kabila, the president, clinging to power. Democracy has not been allowed to thrive in the DRC.
No, the President Kabila had not been clinging to power. In 2016, all the political parties, the civil society, everybody met together. It was not the decision of the President of the Republic to delay the elections. It was a result of a consultation with all the political parties and the civil society. And everybody realized that it was not possible to organize the election in 2016. These decisions were made on a consensus basis. So it was not a decision of one person like the President of the Republic. Everybody was consulted, and they all agreed that elections should be delayed because we were not ready logistically, financially, and so forth. If you know, the size of Congo is the size of whole Western Europe. Without the infrastructure, without adequate funding, with the armed groups roaming around, the whole nation decided that it's in the best interest of peace and stability and the credibility of the elections to delay those elections. So it was not a decision of one person.
All right.
Yes.
All right, Ambassador, we appreciate your time. Thank you very much, Ambassador Bene, the ambassador from the DRC to South Africa. And we'll follow the DRC, the continent, watching what is happening there ahead of those elections on the 20th.